I will be volunteering for the next 2 years in La Chinatla, Mexico. I got involved with the Marianists through my high school trip at Narings Hall and met the community down there and went back, fell in love with the place, returned 2 more times with my high school, and then went down with the medical brigade. After 2 years of college, I had kind of gotten to a spot where I was frustrated living up here, and every time I visited La Chinatla, I got so much out of it, and I felt like I was kind of existing in the life that I was living, and I needed to be more a part of my community and what was going on. So I elected to get involved and try to figure out a way that I could return, and found out about the Marianist volunteer program through Roberto Rapp, who had run the community down there, and fell in love with the program and really enjoyed what they were about. And now I'm going with 3 other women for the next 2 years.
My name is Megan Borman, and I'm from San Antonio, Texas. I just graduated from St. Mary's University, and I'll be working here in St. Louis at St. Mary's High School. I joined the Marianist volunteer program because I just graduated and I knew I wanted to go to graduate school, but I wasn't quite ready and thought I needed a year or 2 off to kind of just relax for a little while and not have to worry so much about school, and I knew I wouldn't want a real job, so I looked into volunteer programs because I figured it was a good way to not really waste a year, so get something out of it, and started looking at the Peace Corps, and my pastor actually suggested looking at Jesuit Volunteer Corps and other things, and I worked at the campus ministry at St. Mary's, and so the Marianist volunteer program seemed pretty natural. I've always really enjoyed the Marianist charism, talking about community, education, and Mary, of course. So that really drew me in, and then living in a community just really was something that was important to me. I don't think I can do very well on my own. I need a good support system, so that was really kind of what drew me to the Marianist volunteer program. What I hope to get out of it this year, not really sure, for certain, but I know social justice issues are really important, especially to the Marianists, and I took a class on it and was really intrigued, and so I thought, actually getting out there and doing something would be a good way for me to learn more about it, and it's a good way for me to help others, but also have them help me and teach me a lot as well.
My name is Megan Brown, and I live in Seattle, Washington, although I was raised in Ohio. I will be doing my service in La Chinatla, Mexico, and I wanted to become a volunteer or do a year or 2 of service because I think I'm Catholic, and I think that's a big part or something that's very important about being Catholic, and it's an extension of my faith. And I picked the Marianist volunteer program because I really wanted to do an international program, and I really wanted to be in Latin America. I was really interested in volunteering with a program that was dedicated to simple living, prayer, and also community. Those are really 3 things that were very important to me when I was looking for the program that I wanted to volunteer with, and the Marianist program had all 3 of those things, and I'm looking forward to being in Mexico for the next 2 years.
And I will be in San Antonio, Texas, working with San Antonio Urban Ministries with their after-school care program. I'll be working mainly dealing with kids, and the reason why I decided to join the Marianist Volunteer Program was because, well, like I said, I'm from Hawaii, and I mean, Hawaii is a great place to be and everything, but I kind of found myself unaware with all the social justice issues and stuff. I mean, I knew the Marianists, I know they're big on social justice, but I just had no idea what they're talking about. And I'm hoping that from this year I do get more of an awareness about the rest of the country, at least, than just what I know in Hawaii. Another thing I want to get is just to be able to do lots of volunteer service. I did some in school, did stuff on the weekends, but when I look at this, it's kind of like the ultimate volunteer project, because you're not just there for a weekend or for a day or for an hour at the soup kitchen. I'll be living the whole experience. And that's why I want to do this.
My name is Sarah Dawson. I'm from Oklahoma City, and I'm going to Mexico to work on the DCAMP program there. I joined the Marianist family because I appreciated the sense of community that the Marianists support. I also like the idea of Jesus being within us, like Mary carried Jesus. So we can carry Jesus as well in our hearts and try to live out what He would will for our lives. I'm really looking forward to meeting the people in Mexico and working with them. I will hopefully be working on a women's program there, and I hope to carry out of this experience a better knowledge of Mexican culture, better knowledge of the poverty there, and the problems that maybe they live with. So hopefully I'll be able to help Mexican Americans here in the United States when I get back.
My name's John Graziano, and I grew up on Long Island, New York, and I've been going to Marianist schools ever since then, from Chaminade High School in Mineola to the University of Dayton in Dayton, Ohio. And I heard about the Marianist volunteer program through my time spent with the Marianists, and I have put a lot of thought into doing different types of service, and through that discernment, I thought more about the Marianist volunteer program and decided to stay with them. I will be going to New Orleans, Louisiana this coming year, and I will be helping with the Katrina relief effort down there. Part of my job down there will be working with community people and working with volunteers that will be coming down to help with the relief effort as well. And those are some things that are very unique to the Marianist volunteer program, to build community amongst people of all different diverse backgrounds and walks of life, and is probably the main reason why I joined the program with the Marianists.
Hey, I'm Jordan Catterley. I'm from Fredericksburg, Texas. I'm going to be serving with Merced Housing in San Antonio, Texas. I joined the Marianist volunteer program because the Marianists are pretty cool people, and I like the idea of simple living and living in community and trying to help a few folks out along the way. And I hope that it's a really exciting year. I don't really know what to expect, but I'm sure it'll be good.
Hi, my name is Sarah Markwood. I'm from St. Louis. I'm heading to Lachinatla, Mexico. Initially, I got interested in the Marianist volunteer program because of the location. I had been to Lachinatla before, and I fell in love with it the first time. As I looked more into the program, I really liked the elements of simple living and a very spiritual lifestyle, and so those things kept me interested. This year, I'm really hoping to have an experience with simple living and kind of learn about myself and who I am and how I'm able to relate to other people and learn from them. So I'm hoping to learn a lot in Mexico and hopefully leave a little something behind as well.
My name is Chris Newport, and I am from Cincinnati, Ohio. And the reason I'm doing the Marianist volunteer program is because way back in high school, I took a week and did a service trip in Appalachia. And ever since then, I've been really inspired by the people that I worked with. And I said, that sounds pretty neat. I want to do that one day. I want to give at least a year of my life in service, if not more. And then I came to this University of Dayton, Marianist University, learned about the Marianists, and they have such a unique idea about how to be church and how to build communities and all the good that can be done in the world when people get together in community. And so that just seemed like the thing to do. That seemed like it really made sense to me. And that's what the world needs and what this country needs. So I stayed with the Marianist volunteer program.
Hi, I'm Adelaide Velasquez. My friends call me Addie. I'm from Arcadia in Southern California, and I joined the Marianist volunteer program because it was a few months ago I felt a calling towards a year of service. It wasn't something that I'd really considered before, but it just came to me, and the idea wouldn't go away. And I wasn't too familiar with many volunteer programs, so I researched them, ended up applying to 8 of them, and they're all wonderful, but the Marianist volunteer program just seemed to be the right fit for me because of the community and the simple living, and I don't know, I just felt a sort of synergy with everybody that I met. They were just so warm and welcoming, so I felt this is where I belonged, and I'm excited about my new year. Going to be teaching art, amongst other things, and just looking forward to it all.